Bitcoin dips below $60,000 once again, and people are wondering just how low we can go. Some suggest the bottom could already be in, but the charts are still tracking for the big bull run to start later this year. Some suggest that Trump winning the presidency would be a huge boon for crypto in the United States, and other people say other things. We just tend not to listen to them. But you're here listening to us discuss all of these things and more on our Bad News, episode number 733 of the Bad Crypto Podcast.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition.
Who's bad?
We're bad. Doing my Michael Jackson impression.
I saw a hilarious meme the other day. It was on TikTok, and it was basically like, hey, it's like when your friend comes over but you don't have a mattress. And then it was Michael Jackson standing there kind of stomping his foot like he did. And they had a little air mattress pump, and it was blowing up an air mattress. It was
going,
I sent that to my daughter. She started rolling. It was really funny. I was like, whoever came up with this ridiculous idea, they were bad.
Greetings and salutations, friends in the Republic of Bad Cryptopia. Joel Comm and Travis Wright, both Sir Lords, here for episode 733, rapidly approaching our 7-year anniversary of badness. And we want to, give a huge thanks to the 3 fans out there that still listen to us after all these years. We Mo, Larry, and Curly. We appreciate all 3 of you guys. Oh,
they're probably crypto experts by now, and now like they listened to us enough and said, okay, yeah, these guys are still bad. And it's like, hey, we still need new people who are bad. So if you are bad, you can come and join us as well. Tell your friend, leave a review. That's what you should do. You should stop. You should pause the podcast right now and go leave a review.
We'll wait. We'll wait. Just hit pause. And when you hit unpause, we'll be right here.
Just a 5-star review.
And welcome back. Thank you for that review. We appreciate you very much.
We're going to read that one next episode.
Yes, we will. And let's take a look at CoinGecko.com to see what it says. Timestamp is July 3rd, 4:06 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Total crypto market cap $2.318 trillion. Bitcoin slipped back under 60 now, sitting at 59,670. Ethereum 3268. BNB $551. Solana, really the only one up over the last 7 days at $140. XRP 46 cents. Toncoin also up 774, and Dogecoin sitting at 11.7 cents. It's been there's just a few that are in the green for the week. Most of it is red and super ugly.
Crypto goes up, crypto goes down. $2.3 trillion, Joel. Ugh. It makes my sphincters clench. So
your sphincters, you got more than one?
I got multiple sphincters.
Multiple sphincters are all clenching.
All the holes are burning when I pee. Yeah, you know what? What's interesting, Toncoin in the top 10 now. And that's fascinating because I'm a big fan of Telegram now. I used to hate Telegram, because of all of these ICO groups and everything. It was just hard to manage. Once they added, you can add folders and kind of put your stuff in there and organize them. And then each one of your, I'm managing a startup with a Telegram group, private group, because then that group can have subgroups. Like here's the marketing one, here's the AI one, here's the development one, here's the general one, and like it's great. And so I think Toncoin being worth $19 billion now is insane. And I wish the ICO I participated in back in 2017 or 18, whenever that was, would have been live and available for us because it didn't work. And then, man, $19 billion now, bro. That's amazing.
That is something. And I don't have the exact numbers here right now, but I believe, last episode we talked about the monkey trading Finky.
Mhm.
And I believe that the latest stats I saw is that Finky is in the green and that Finky is beating Wall Street. Like the crypto markets are down, but Finky's trades, the monkey is trading
The literal
and
trades are up.
the literal
Dude,
trades are up. Yeah.
that thing just cracks me up. I know the token, it is what it is, and crypto goes up, crypto goes down, and they're trying to get that fast buck. I think that one, if that monkey's trading every single day, like over time, that's going to gain some trade. It's fucking hilarious to me,
Yeah.
dude.
I have
It
no
just
doubt.
cracks me up.
I
Oh,
have
he makes a trade, he gets a banana, and you can watch it. Like, dude, that's awesome.
Actually, you know what? I just found it right here because this was posted in one of the rooms. The profit right now, as of last night on Finky, is, gosh, there's a thing in the way in the recording, so it's hard to see, but it looks like it's up 0.43 Solana as of last night. It's traded 5 days, and it was the only down day it had was the first day, and then every day since then has been green and up. So I think it's hilarious. I love it.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people right
My
now.
Finky tokens that I bought, I'm actually down on those.
There's
But at
people
least
that are
the
scared. Be
Yeah.
afraid, Trav. The fear and greed right now is sitting at 50, and people are fearful. Yesterday we were tipping over to greed, but last week it was more fearful. So once again, Warren Buffett said, "Be greedy when others are fearful. Be fearful when others are greedy." I think that So right now we're sitting right in the middle. Should you be fearful or greedy? Be freedy. That's the best way to look at it. Just be free.
Dude, and if we had actually gone by this greed and fear index and be like, oh man, it's 99 greed. Okay, sell.
Sell.
It's like, oh, it's extreme greed. Okay, sell. Like, duh. And it got up to what, 90? I see 83, something like that. Yeah, so somewhere around that, it got up pretty high. That's extreme greed. And here it is. It never fails to tell the tale. So we shall see with the indicators that are popping up. I do think that it ties into this very first story here, Joel.
Yes.
Is that if you look, history suggests that July should be big for Bitcoin because historically, you scroll down, look at this chart. I don't know if you can blow that up a little bit. Just give it a clickety click. The red one, the red and green chart, not that one. You can see if June historically has been a down month, then July has been an up month. And so that goes all the way back to 2013, where it was down 30% in July, or in June, it was up 10% in July. And then 2018, it was down 14%. The next month, it was up 21%, right? And so June has been not a great month historically over the last 5 years. June has always been shitty, but July has always been pretty good. So we shall see where
I'm
this
looking.
goes.
I'm looking ahead to right here. This is where I'm looking to September through December and entering into next year. All the rest of this is just roller coastering. We know what the charts have shown us over the 4-year cycles, and I think everybody in the crypto world is pretty much betting on a big bull run that's going to come. We just need to be patient and just wait it out. Do your own research and due diligence, and don't blame anybody else if you lose your money. But we put our money where our mouth is, and we think that things are going to turn around before you know it, and happy days will be here again.
Hey, wait a second. Look at that chart again. September almost always sucks, and October is almost always awesome. There's like February and October historically are amazing months, which seems weird to me. How about that?
What's wrong with October? Why don't we like?
Dude, October, look at those gains in October, though.
I know, sick.
60%, 30%, 16, 50%, 10, 27, 39, 5, 29. Dang.
The Coinbase Premium Index is suggesting that the bottom for Bitcoin is in or near. And of course, this article came out on the 1st, and it's below. It's, like 3,000 lower than what it was then. So clearly the bottom was not in, but people looking at the data seem to think that it's probably darkest before the dawn and
It's near. Come on, guys. It's near. Tell me it's near.
the
Is it near
rally,
yet?
the
Is it
rally
near?
is
Oh
coming.
my God. Yeah. So the that Coinbase Premium Index, negative levels. They're saying this is like it's similar to the way it was before the big rallies in 2022 and 23. And so they're saying this is showing weak demand and selling pressure. And there is selling pressure because I don't know where this fits in our news, but those people from Mountain Gox are getting their money. They're getting some Bitcoin and some things. And so they're probably liquidating because
Yeah, that's
they haven't had them in 10 years or whatever, right?
maybe this is some of that seized Bitcoin right here. The government is transferring 4,000 Bitcoin. Actually, they did this last week to Coinbase, probably for sale, valued at 13.3 billion. This was from the Silk Road seizure, and assuming that they sent it to Coinbase for the reason of selling, that could explain some of the down. But we don't get too much in the weeds on this. We don't know what's causing ups and downs. We don't know how much is manipulation. Yeah, we don't know how much is due to stuff that we can't even predict. But Sir Lord Travis,
No, the real quick though, dude. So that's part of that Silk Road seizure stash, dude. Ross has got to be like, dude, that is $250 million of his money that they're just saying, sorry, suck it. Like, dude, how they just that's frustrating. They can just take your money and say, eat a bag of dicks. You don't get any.
People believe that there will be a replacement for Gary Gensler that would be more crypto friendly should Trump win the election, which unless they pull, another virus and lock everybody down and roll in pallets of ballots once again, it looks like that's what's going to happen because we're seeing the Democrat Party completely implode. We don't have to get too much, on that right now, but I'm laughing as people are like, we had no idea that, that dementia was a real thing for Joe Biden. And for years, we've been seeing this happen. Years.
Yeah, dude. And so, but the conversation now is almost just as a side note, because Biden's not going to be the guy. He can't be. It wouldn't make sense unless they want to lose. And so they're thinking, okay, so what are they going to have Kamala be the president and put Hillary in there? Are they going to put Big Mike in there? Who are they going to do? Are they going to put Gavin Newsom up in there? Like, it's like none of those choices are any good. It's probably going to be Big Mike. That way Obama can have more terms. I was thinking about this the other day. Here's where the Democrats messed up. They should have had Joe Biden be president in 2008 and 2012. That way Obama could have been the VP and then they could have continued it on. They made Obama be the president a little too early, I think, and that screwed up their system because that would have worked out perfectly for them. For them.
Hindsight's such a beautiful thing.
It is.
Your sight of your hind is so
really
so
hard. I'm not that flexible to get a good hind end
Lord.
sight view.
Travis. So Vitalik has been critiquing the U.S. crypto regulations, and he's saying that we need a major overhaul of the system. In particular, he slammed the expansive definition of securities employed by the SEC, arguing that it stifles innovation and incentivizes empty promises over genuine development. It sounds a lot like what we've been saying on this show for years.
Right.
Pretty much. So thank you, Vitalik, for agreeing with us.
Yeah, I think we started saying that in 2017 or 18. Like, I know what it was. That got me the most pissed off was whenever Flow, the ICO for Flow, went for 10 cents and it was only available on CoinList for people who didn't live in America. Like everywhere else, like except North Korea and America, maybe Iran. Everybody else could buy it. We couldn't. And then it went up to $10. And I was like,
Flow.
You serious? Are you serious? It just 100x from 10 cents to $1, 10x, and then it went to $10, it 100x, and I couldn't get any. Like, dude, I was pissed. And so that's exactly the moment.
So Vitalik's got a solution to this, and basically he wants to redefine how securities are classified in digital assets. And quote from this article on Bitcoinist, instead of simply looking at the promise of returns, he implies that we should be looking at whether the tokens being issued are backed by some form of economic activity. This would incentivize the creation of tokens with real world utility and not just shitcoins, right? something that
like
does
meme
a thing.
coins.
Yeah.
Dude, this is the beginning of if that goes into place, real world assets. I mean, think of all of the trillions and maybe even more than that, quadrillion of value when it comes to real estate and all these stocks around the world, all this GDP economic activity. We're talking hundreds of trillions of dollars minimally that are going to eventually going to be digitized into a digital asset of some sort. There's no reason for it not to be. We all have, digital devices for the most part. There's so many of them worldwide. Some people got more than one. Right? You got an iPad, you got you got your PC. So there's like probably what 20 billion devices worldwide out there. Come on.
Yeah.
Crypto needs to obviously be the thing. And do you think that AI is going to be micro trading and transacting in fiat money? No, they're going to use a crypto of some sort. So they got to get this thing together. And I like how Vitalik was saying, hey, there needs to be a collaboration between the regulators and the crypto industry that's going to balance the fraud, because that's the thing that is freaking people out when they want to get it. They want to invest in crypto, but then, oh, it's going to get stolen. Oh, it's a fraud. So there's this tender balance between fraud prevention and innovation. And I don't think that's been figured out yet.
And in the midst of all this, Ethereum apparently is the worst performing crypto in net flows this year, the largest outflows since August of 2022, totaling $61 million. And because Bitcoin is the big daddy, and what we're seeing happen in Bitcoin with runes and L2 stuff is bringing a lot more attention back to it. And we're have to wait and see what happens. Look at those numbers though on the outflow on Ethereum. Woo!
Price doesn't make sense to me then. Because remember in 2022 the price of Ethereum got down to like $1,000, like a little less than $1,000, and here it is sitting at 3,200. That would tell me that based on these numbers of outflow, then Ethereum is severely overpriced right now.
I guess we will. Yeah, but when is pricing ever logical, especially in the crypto world?
Man, it's going to become logical. We got to make it logical.
Solana's doing things. ETFs
Illogical.
allegedly is on the way, and they think that they need a new SEC chairman that's going to help push this through. Van Eck has made their first application for a Solana ETF. But clearly that's not going to happen anytime in the near future. We still don't have the Ethereum ETF. They've cleared the way for it, but none of it have actually been approved yet.
Yeah. And I read also that Van Eck, they submitted one for a bad coin ETF. So, I mean, that seems pretty bullish to me. I don't know.
That didn't happen.
That's complete bullshit.
That is that.
Thank you very much. But no, I think that's interesting. But I'm not a big fan of Solana anyway, right? Yeah, especially after hearing about how Sam Bankman-Fried was doing his stuff and pumping up certain coins and trashing other ones. Like, so I don't like Solana at all. And so maybe getting a new member of the SEC can help make that work. I don't know. We'll see, I guess, right?
And speaking of the legal system in the states, there are some Supreme Court opinions that were handed down that experts say are going to limit the SEC's power over crypto. I don't want to get in the weeds of what the laws are here right now, but both of them were majority decisions, as they are likely to be. And
I'm talking about Silverbank too, right?
Yeah, we're going to get into that in a second. You can check out the links to the articles that we're referencing in our show notes for this episode, badco.in/733. Yeah, the SEC is relentless. And in this story from Blockworks, they are accusing Silvergate of misleading the public after the FTX collapse. What happened here? Do you know?
Yeah, the SEC, they have filed a lawsuit against Silvergate Bank and all of its former executives. They say that they've been misleading clients and investors about compliance and AML, anti-money laundering stuff. And allegedly they made some false claims about their due diligence and transaction monitoring. I don't know, it sounds kind of picky, but the SEC settled with Silvergate. They imposed a $50 million penalty on the defunct bank. So Silvergate doesn't even exist anymore, right? And so, it says the now defunct crypto platform FTX, but it's like FTX is trying to resurrect itself like a phoenix. And I hope that doesn't work. But there's some weird legal stuff going on. Some is positive, some is negative this week. So
Follow the monies. The
yeah.
Department of Justice has chosen Coinbase as a partner to custody $32 million in assets. Whose assets? What is this? Coinbase Prime
Yep.
was chosen for institutional grade crypto services. I mean, Coinbase is been doing a lot right, and they're clearly working closely with the government to make sure that all their regulations and enforcements are in line, and for the government to be working directly with them to manage large cap digital assets. It's the U.S. Marshal Service in particular that is doing this. Shows that there is trust in the system that they've set up. Good
Well,
job, Coinbase.
well, I would say this because I mean I think it's you win some, you lose some with Coinbase. I just chatted with the lady yesterday who was like she lost 75 grand with Coinbase because she ended up getting fished. She's like, well, it just happened. So it just so happened that it was 3 days after she had hip surgery. So she was probably on some drugs, but it wasn't making great decisions. But somehow she called a number that was allegedly Coinbase, and apparently it wasn't, and they got access and ganked all of her money. And then she tried to call Coinbase and talk about it, and then Coinbase, crypto customer service is pretty much non-existent, really. There's not great customer service with crypto. You not your keys, not your crypto. You lose your crypto, tough shit. You're right. There's like, sorry, Karen, there is no place, there's no manager to complain to.
Sucks to be you. Yeah, I want to talk to the manager of Bitcoin. Speaking of the meme coin culture, Roaring Kitty, aka Keith Gill, in the news again. It was last month that he put some tweets out about GME, GameStop, and the stock flew, and then it came down, and a class action lawsuit was brought against him, and then it was dismissed by the plaintiffs just a few days later. Like he had 21 days to respond to this notice, and then they said, "Never mind." I'm
Well,
not
let me
sure.
ask you this. Let me ask you this, and this is as devil's advocate. So, let's say Jim Cramer comes out, and let's assume that Jim Cramer actually made good trades, right?
Okay.
Normally, when Jim Cramer says something, the stock does the exact opposite of whatever he said. But let's just say one of these people come out and say, "Oh my God, you got to buy Tesla. Tesla's amazing." And they come out and they go, or Keith Gill just comes out and sends a tweet of a roaring kitty, of a picture of a kitty cat with a bandana on, and that's that very first thing that he did. People go, "Oh shit," and they all went and started buying. So I mean, what? I mean, I don't see how he's manipulating. Like he can't be on social media. He didn't even talk about GameStop at
Right.
that time, and then he bought it and said, "Here's what I bought, and here's what I'm doing." And people go, "Okay, he bought that." So what if Jim Cramer says, "I just bought 10,000 shares of this," and like, let's awesome. Like, uh,
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah. Well, one is approved by the powers that be to
Mm.
manipulate markets. The other is not.
Ah.
I'm gonna go with that. Trav, remember covering the crypto queen on this show, Ruja Ignatova, who has
Yes.
disappeared.
Yeah, there's a documentary where when I was in New York, a couple years ago, I got interviewed for it. We were talking all about Ruja Ignatova.
She is the founder of OneCoin, and they defrauded people of $4 billion. And now the Transnational Organized Crime Rewards Program is offering up to $5 million reward for information leading to her arrest and or conviction. So I think we should submit for a piece of that 5 million because we did a podcast about her, right? There's information in that podcast.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, there is some pretty good evidence out there now that some either Romanian mafia or Russian mafia they fed her to the fishes. They're not going to find her.
Roja sleeps with
They
fishes.
thought originally that she maybe she got lots of plastic surgery and this and that, and while that's a possibility, from what the research I've gone through and read, most likely they found her on the boat off the coast of Greece, and then she no longer existed after that. She did. I think she did. I don't know. I would almost bet money they don't. I would bet $1 they never find her again.
$1.
Yes, Mortimer.
That's quite. But buy, sell, Mortimer.
Ruja, she did.
It's kind of a boring news week. Sir Lord Travis is just like, hey, crypto, we've been going sideways here. Crypto goes up, crypto goes down. And, we're kind of in this holding pattern with the government and regulation.
You know what is exciting? Fireworks.
Fireworks are cool. Exciting. Yeah, this is, we actually released this episode on the 4th of July. So happy birthday, America. God bless America. Land of the free, home of the brave.
Still, I mean, man, 150 years. We almost made it 150 years as a legitimate country.
150, 250.
250. Yeah, we almost made 250 years, man. It's exciting.
Yeah.
But, empires typically last about anywhere between 200 and 300 years until they're obsolete. Mm-hmm. And hopefully our leaders don't obsolete us.
Hopefully not. And let's not obsolete this podcast because we enjoy doing it. We're glad you guys are around. We'll be back next week with Mo news, hopefully a little bit more exciting. And if not, Travis will come up with a song he can sing. That'll be interesting. Another song.
Yeah. Well, not the leave a review song. Leave a review or leave a bad review. Please leave a 5-star review or leave a bad review. Those are your two options.
Catch you guys later. Stay bad. The Bad Crypto Podcast is a production of Bad Crypto LLC. The content of the show, the videos, and the website is provided for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes only. It's not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, or trading advice of any kind. You shouldn't make any decisions as to finances, investing, trading, or anything else based on this information without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional financial advisor. Please understand that the trading of Bitcoins and alternative cryptocurrencies have potential risks involved. Anyone wishing to invest in any of the currencies or tokens mentioned on this podcast should first seek their own independent professional financial advisor.